You know, when it comes to what to expect from next generation consoles, I don't think anybody really knows what to expect. You know, you have different developers coming out and saying things. You have this particular developer talking about what to expect with the next Xbox and the next PlayStation, and I gotta tell you, it's a little bit odd. It's strange. Hey, what's up, everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you guys for checking it out. I certainly do appreciate it. I would also appreciate if you guys hit that like, share, and subscribe button, as it helps out the channel tremendously, and it means a lot to me personally. Thank you guys so much for all the support and things like that. It really does mean a lot. So, as you guys know, the console generations bring improved visuals and frame rate and all that kind of stuff, right? This generation, obviously, we had a mid-gen upgrade, so of course we're going to have even better visuals and things like that, and even more options with frame rate. So now we hear about this developer who's talking about next generation, especially when it comes to the next Xbox and the PlayStation 5. SideQuest Studios is currently working on a game called Rainbow Skies, which is an indie role-playing game with turn-based combat, and it has a ton of content apparently, and it's a big, rich world. If the current console generation ends, what do they expect from the next generation? And according to Gaming Bolt, who did this article, they talked to the project leader. His name's Marcus, and they were asked about what the biggest expectation is from the next Xbox and PlayStation, and he responded, "Nothing revolutionary, to be honest. Everything will be a little bit faster and a little bit prettier. The biggest question is whether the next generation of consoles will mark the time that 4K resolution and 60 frames per second take over, and he believes from a development perspective that he finds it personally a high and constant frame rate a lot more important. Higher resolutions require a lot of additional computing power. As a result, the frame rate usually suffers. Ideally, a game should always run at 60 frames per second at a maximum resolution, but at the moment we are still far away from that." So apparently the next generation of consoles, which is likely to arrive in 2020, won't offer a steady 60 frames per second all the time in every game. What do you guys think about this? Because I've had this kind of talk before with like Mooch, and there's been a little bit of discord there in terms of what do we expect to see from games with next gen. I mean, what would be the point of next gen? What makes it next gen? You know, right now we've got a 6 T-flop Xbox One X, and we're getting 60 frames per second options on some games that normally wouldn't have it. But what are we going to do after that, right? What's going to make next gen, right? What's going to make people want to obviously upgrade? You know, I think that 60 frames per second for most things makes the most amount of sense, because, you know, that's one of the things that we're struggling with now. You know, and I'm sure there's going to be some developers, and Microsoft has said this before, Albert Pinello and some of these other developers have said in the past, you know, that developers are always going to sometimes push the graphical fidelity over the frame rate. Some developers are just happy with 30 frames per second. But I thought this was a little bit interesting, because I think that now, especially with this generation where we had mid-gen upgrades and we're used to phones and things like that, we expect to get more for our money. We expect to get more frames per second, more resolution, and things like that. And I'm sure that developers are probably well aware of that, but I will link the article so you guys can check it out. Let me know what you think. Sound off, rate, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Rack 'em up. Crapgamer out.